We would like to welcome you to Cathy Chat. Today, we get to meet a lady with a heart of gold whose passion is actually part of her profession. If you haven't met her yet, this is your opportunity. So stay tuned as we learn all about the one and only MJ Eberth. How are you today, my friend?
Oh, Cathy, I'm doing excellent today. How are you doing?
I am so awesome. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to see if this life is actually real. Yeah, and people hear that and go, "Oh my gosh," but it really is true. I
Right.
love I love making connections. We've known each other for several years now, and I just seriously love the interaction and watching you in action work a room with people. And I know someday we're going to be back together again. So this is going to be super fun for people to find out all about you.
I'm looking forward to being back together with the group. It really is hard to be in this COVID area
Yep.
because I always like interaction with people.
Oh, I agree completely. So if there's anybody left on the planet who hasn't met you yet, tell us about what makes MJ tick.
Well, let's start with family.
Okay.
Family is most important to me. I have my husband and I have been married almost 25 years now.
Oh,
We're in the
wow.
second marriage. We have 5 children together. He had 2 and I had 3. And we now have 13 grandchildren,
Oh my gosh.
8 of which are girls.
Oh,
So,
wow.
so basically that's what makes me tick, because I want to be a model for them in all my areas of life, in family and friends and professionally. I love working with people, and I want to be an example for all the girls, for all the women. So
So fantastic. 13 grandchildren. My gosh, that sounds like a lot to me.
they range in age from 24 to 15 months.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, a lot of fun.
Yes, I bet. Your life is always exciting, even on the family scope, too. That's awesome. I love that.
Yes, it is. And then professionally, what I do is I work with people and educate them in all areas of money and finance. I've been doing this for almost 22 years with America, and I love the concept of we do what's right for the people 100% of the time. This is one thing that is so important to me, to be honest and upright, and to tell people exactly the truth. Because if that's not going on, then you can understand, people feel that if you're not being honest with them. And the main thing that I want to make certain that people do is have confidence and honesty and know what's going on. Because I know when I started with this company, I was over 50, and I had no clue about some of the rules of the money game. Had been divorced about probably 10 years at that point, and still, even though I had a 401k and those types of things, I didn't know how they worked. And we just don't. We're not educated that way. So I set out to be an educator of people, to explain some of the rules of the money game, like the rule of 72, and make certain that people know how to retire with money and dignity and debt free.
Well, that sounds like a beautiful mission, actually, and I do love that. You mentioned before that you've got 8 little granddaughters and that you want to be a role model for them. That's another thing I have found over the years, that there is some kind of thing going on, at least in the olden days, that it was taboo for a lady to talk about money, to know about money, even to be good at math. And that never computed in my brain because I am definitely a numbers girl. How are you fixing that bizarre, weird stigma?
Well, one of the things that I do is make certain that I understand what's important for women, and not leaving their partners out in a marriage situation, but identifying with them and sharing some of the stories that I've had of women being left, alone after death or divorce, and not knowing where their money was, what the passwords were, what makes certain how much money they have in the bank, if they have any investments. That is the thing that is so scary, because people have no clue about where things are. Women don't, because of that taboo that you're talking about. Most of the time, women were not included in the finance. And today, and in the past time, I always ran the finance because, like you, I'm a numbers person, and I want to be even at the bottom and make certain that everything's getting paid for, and there's a little money at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's the important part right there, money at the end of the day. You have mentioned several times today about education. Now, how does someone in your capacity, knowing what you do for 22 years working in this profession, how do you get the word out about the educational pieces that are so important to all of us, certainly, but women, I always have a heart for, especially because that role model thing you were talking about, that's huge.
It is. And so one of the things that I do, well, there's a lot of things that I do. One, I work with businesses. I go in, I'll make an arrangement to go in and do a lunch and learn with the business, like in a doctor's office or a dentist's office. And a lot of times, the majority of the people there are women. We also have women events online on Zoom. We've been having them in person the last 4 years, but now we've had to go to Zoom the last two. But we want to target, and it's not just about money and finance. It's about health and wealth and human trafficking. And we want to make certain that women know in particular, because most of the time we're in charge of the kids. And it is so easy for a child to go missing. And so those are some of the things that we do. Also, I do seminars for churches. I've gone into I do job fairs, making certain that, we're in there telling people exactly what we do. Uh, just a variety of things. One-on-one, I like to, just talk to people and meet, go out and have coffee. My favorite place is Panera, and I love going there. So, it's a lot of fun just to meet and greet today. And you can go out, in Johnson County, but not in a lot of other places. So set up one-on-ones, make certain that people know who I am, and then they'll invite me in to do different organizations, or do different challenges with them. So I enjoy doing that. And also, I have a volunteer place on my heart that is Restart, and it is for kids that have aged out of the foster care system. And I think that, they need help worse than some of the kids in the foster care system, because here they are, they're on the street, they don't have a place to go, they haven't been taught a lot of skills, and they don't have job prospects. And so I like working with them and helping them out in any way I possibly can.
My goodness, I was going to ask you what you do with your spare time, but it's you don't have any.
No, and my husband, I help him with his trucking company, and so it's a full life. By
Absolutely.
the end of the day, yes, time to put your head on the pillow.
We've talked about money, but one thing that we didn't mention when you said all of those fantastic educational opportunities that you offer to all of us, how much actually does that cost for us to attend your seminars?
Oh, well, it's going to be, no, it's not going to be hundreds of dollars. It's just going to be nothing. It doesn't cost anybody to have me come in and talk with them. It doesn't cost a cent for me to go in and take, even lunch and learns, because I pay for the lunch and learn. And it's just, I want to get this word out to a lot of people, because I know that growing up, I was always curious about how investments worked, but didn't know where to go. So I'm so glad you're giving me the opportunity to be on today, because I know a lot of women feel very insecure about talking to somebody, especially if they're a man, because they don't want to look stupid. And so the thing that I like is the fact that I can do this for people, all people for that matter, for nothing.
My goodness, that is beautiful. And honestly, your passion, your profession, and even your ministry as far as your nonprofit, all of these together wrap up with a great big bow. And that really does describe exactly who you are and the passion that you have for helping each and every love that.
Thank you.
Yeah. How often are your seminars?
Well, we have one at least once a week.
Okay.
And that's called the Teachable Thursdays. If anybody wants to learn more, they can just contact me on my email.
Okay.
And, and a lot of times we'll have other opportunities. Like today, we're doing a lot of training online. And we have a seminar from 9 to 11 today. So just different things like that. We want to make certain people understand. And then every once in a while, I'll put an extra one in there and just want to celebrate women. So
That's fantastic. Now, is there a limit? Like, I have $1 or I have $1 million. Is there a limit or any kind of parameter you have to be part of your financial seminars?
no, there's no limit and no ceiling. It's just for everybody because a lot of times you think people have the money and they have education, but that isn't the case. They've been taught things by people that like to sell them things, but not educate them.
Yeah, education is such a great big piece. Now, is there anything that you can think of that in your 22 years of experience professionally with financial advising, financial planning, is there one pervasive theme that always seems to have a light bulb come on for your audience? Oh my gosh, I never knew that, or wow, that's cool. Is there one pervasive theme that literally makes people light up when you talk about it?
Well, there is when it comes to debt, because people think they are in debt forever. They're just paying their monthly bills one right after the other, and staying that way. We have a program that we put people on that actually you can get out of debt in a shorter period of time because of the system that we have put in place. And that's one thing. I didn't know I could be out instead of at 100, I can be out at 50. This is what people go through. And then we want to make sure that they understand that then at that point, they can start putting money away for investment. And that way they can have what we call our FIN number, our financial independence number. And at that way, they will be able to have that money and feel like they can retire. Because in these days, it doesn't look good for Social Security.
Yes, I've heard that before, actually. Now, with all those grandchildren you have, my friend, I would imagine that one of the pieces of your financial puzzle that is near and dear to your heart is life insurance planning when those babies are born.
It is. Because I learned early on that not, life insurance is tied to age and health. And so a lot of times when that happens, when we try to insure somebody, it's too late. Such as one of my grandchildren became diabetic at 7. And luckily, it was before he was born that I had gotten into the program, into Primerica. And so we actually did put life insurance on a child, which you wouldn't think would be good. At age 3, he was covered. Then, as he grew, we kept the insurance. Now, unfortunately, that was dropped by somebody in his life. But what most people that I work with on kids at 25, yeah, it doesn't matter what their health is. At 25, they get 5 times whatever their coverage is. And that way, and the parent can pay for it, or they can start paying for it at that point. And the major one of my clients even had a heart, and she, when she was young, and so we did that transfer, and she now will have life insurance for another 35 years. So this is so important to me. My husband, my first husband, lost his father at 47. His father was 47. My current husband's father was 49. Heart attacks and cancer. So it leaves a family devastated. And if you don't know, my husband's family owned a farm. Father had to work inside, business, and when he died, that was a lot of the help and the income coming in. You can't cover $1 million farm with $50,000 of insurance. And so this is one of the crusades that that I'm after, is the fact of educating people on what they have, because most people they think differently about what they have. And so I'm just there to audit They can look at and make certain that what they have is correct for them. Okay.
Absolutely. And everything's individual, it sounds like. And that is the part about you that I think is fantastic. You are so patient and so helpful and so knowledgeable. And that's the part that I have found in some of your events that I've been able to attend. That's the piece I love so much, because it's not even a matter of dumb it down or dumb it at you for people who have never been in financial planning before. But it's also one of those things. You always say there is never such a thing as a stupid question.
No, never. Because I know that for me, I thought it was stupid questions. But as I've gotten into it, I've learned, there's so many people that don't know. And so I want to make certain that everybody has that knowledge, whether it's just about one thing or the other. I want to make certain they know what the facts are. And that's what I try to present. I'm a no nonsense girl, as you know.
Yes, I definitely do know that. Now, you have mentioned before about your education pieces. If there is a lady out there who happens to be married but wants to have a little consultation with you before you meet with both of them as a couple, do you offer individual consultations with just one part of the couple, or how does that work?
If they want to do that, that's fine. But I prefer we don't make any decisions until they're both together. I can explain what they have and I will do that, but I would rather no decision before. And a lot of times it's better to start with the couple and then do a one-on-one.
That's awesome. And I know that you have ladies events, ladies only events. And
Yes,
that would be the time that the lady could ask the question that maybe she wouldn't want to feel dumb in front of her husband. That might be the time for her to ask specific questions about finance.
that's one. Or even just, email. Email
Okay.
me. I'm willing. I'll probably want more information, and but I still can do that just in email.
That is fantastic. Before we go today, first of all, I want to thank you definitely for being on Cathy Chat, and for all of you listening and watching with us. I knew that you would love meeting MJ Eberth. Is there anything that we haven't discussed yet that you would like to share with our audience?
Well, everybody has goals and dreams, and I have a dream. I have a couple dreams. One is to open a complex in Colorado that is a retreat center that has cabins and a lake and can have weddings and horse-drawn sleigh and wagon, so we can have fun and have retreats there and family retreats and wedding events. And then the other thing is we're going to be starting I guess, a podcast. I am a grandmother, as I said, and so I have it on my heart since last year when we had COVID that I should use Granny Mary's way. And so I will be starting that before long. Kind of look for me.
Yeah, we're going to kind of look for you, all right, my friend. You're all over the world, and this is the coolest thing ever. And I am seriously thrilled for your success. This is spectacular. And I love that you were able to join me today on Cathy Chat.
Thank you. I'm so excited, and I'm willing to work with anybody. It doesn't matter income level.
That is awesome. Well, thank you again to everyone listening and watching with us today. And again, this is Cathy Chat. Our guest today is the spectacular, dynamic, amazing MJ Eberth. If you haven't connected with her yet, it's mje.50eagles at gmail.com. And I'll be typing that in the chat box when we're through today. Thank you again, my friend, for being on the Cathy Chat today. And thank you for those listening and watching with us.
Thank you, Cathy.